Hey there, Bridge family, it's Pastor Jeff, and today I'd like to talk to you about some prerequisites to concerning your salvation. Some things that we need to do before we consider salvation is to consider our sin, to consider Satan, to consider ourselves. Friend, if we're going to concern ourselves with this salvation, 1 Peter 1:10, we saw on Sunday that we need to first consider Christ and then to remember what it is to be the church. Well, those are things that go hand in hand with concerning our salvation, but there's something that comes before grabbing hold of a consideration of Christ and remembering what it is to actually be the church, and that is to consider, to concern ourselves with the reality of sin, the reality of Satan, and the reality of where we are in those relationships. I want you to think about those who wear masks, those who manipulate, those whose mess is clouding their view or perhaps corrupting their view and their relationship with Christ. If you're wearing a mask, if you're a master manipulator, if you're basically in a mess inside, but you're putting on a front on the outside, you need to concern yourself with those sins, those reflections of self, and the very work of Satan before you can rightly and righteously concern yourself with this salvation. It's at the heart. It's a part of concerning yourself with biblical salvation, is concerning yourself with your biblical sin, the biblical devil, and the biblical self. Don't listen to the world when it tells you that these things don't matter. Don't listen to your flesh when you're somehow taking the role of a culturally distant person from the living God. Or you can be close to the Mr. Potato Head God or the God of your own understanding. But until you're concerning yourself with your sin, the reality of Satan, and those things that you're prone to do in and of yourself, you're not ready to biblically concern yourself with the biblical gift of salvation. Again, I hope this gives you some food for thought and that it ultimately draws you closer to the living God. Amen and amen.